Hi friends, welcome to IT Report. In our previous session, we can check how to merge partitions in SQL Server. In this session, we are going to see about how to split the partitions in SQL Server. Here, let's check with the simplest example. Here, I am going to create one table report log with the report date and report days. Report date is a datetime field and report days is an integer column. So here this is a partition column. So just create the table and gives the input to the table. Within a while we are going to insert with the start date and end date between 1 January 2010 and 14th September 2013. So just execute this. So now check with the report log table. There are 1352 rows inserted. So this is not a partition table. Here we can check the status of the table. Storage. Here table is partition. This is false. So it's automatically use the primary partition. So using sister partitions, we can check number of partitions are there for a particular one table. So report log. So there are only one partition. So now going to partition this table first. So before that, we should add the file groups and files, data files for this table. So existing I previously added for one file group. That is RPT date 2010. Here I am going to plan that before 2010 up to 2010 rows are partitioned to this file group and rest of the rows are partitioned to the primary file groups. So just add this and add one file for this file group. RPT date 2010. So here the data file is RPT date 2010 F, that is file. So just added this and going to partition now. Storage, create partition. Service that. Here we go to select the partitioning column, that is report date and name, partition function name. RPT date scheme. So partition function and partition scheme are explained in our previous sessions. So here mapping partition. So first here mention the file group RPT date 2010. It's up to 31st December 2010 and the rest of the files are rows partitioned to primary file group. So run immediately. So now the table was partitioned. So just fetch it from the report log. It is 1352 rows and check with the partition status. Here there are two partitions are there for one table report log. So this is partition 1 is RPT date 2010. So it contains 365 rows. So up to 31st December 2010. Here we inserted that 1 January 2010 up to 31st December 2010. So there are 365 rows on the first file group and rest of the files, rest of the rows records are partitioned in primary file group. So here now we are going to split that primary partitions. How can want to store up to 31st December 2012 one file group. So before that, just add one file group to the database. File groups, add RPT date 2012 is a file group added and add files for this. That is add data files for this file group. Just add rpt date 2012 f file group file. So now files added. For the split, to split the partition, we use the alter partition function, that is function name rptdatef1 split range 31st December 2012. So this is a function to split the existing partition with the range. So before that, we should assign the file group to this partition, current partition. This is for this, use the alter partition scheme rpt date scheme next used. So here we should mention that next used file group. So without this, execute the split range, it will want that the partition scheme rpt date does not have any next used file group. Partition scheme has not been changed. So we must assign next used file groups to this partition scheme. So just assign this next used file group, then execute this split. We added that file in a primary, so just remove and add within a add for rpt date 2012 file under rpt date 2012 file group. So now we can split range, and it was splitted, the partition was splitted. Now we can check with the status with sys.partitions. See, there are 3 partitions are there. So first one is rpt date 2010, that is under or up to 31st December 2010. So there are 365 rows, and second one is primary, and third one is rpt date 2012. This is 731 rows, that between 1 January 2011 and 31st December 2012 there are 731 rows. So this is split partition on primary file group to the rpt date 2012. So we should mind that added file are under in the next used file groups. So by this way we can split the partition in SQL Server. So first one is how to split that date function. Split the range in partition using alter partition function. Before that, we should assign or we should initialize the next used file group to the partition scheme. Hope this topic will be very useful to you. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you, friends.